Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic luxury SUVs on the market, the 2025 Land Rover Range Rover Autobiography. This is the flagship trim of the 5th generation Range Rover, and it's meant to combine regal presence with cutting-edge technology, strong off-road capability, and of course, premium luxury. Let's unpack what you need to know, starting with the design and exterior, then moving through the interior and technology, performance and drivetrain, on- and off-road capability, pricing and positioning, and finally, the pros, cons, and what it means for you. Design and exterior. From the first glance, the Range Rover Autobiography exudes presence. The exterior retains the signature Range Rover proportions: the clamshell bonnet, rising waistline, floating roof, and the refined yet muscular silhouette that has become a hallmark of the model. According to Top Gear, wonderful exterior design, interior arguably even better for the 2025 model. On the 2025 model, features such as flush door handles, refined LED lighting signatures, and a choice of large diameter alloy wheels lend a very premium feel. You also get a long wheelbase (LWB) version option, which enhances the rear seat space and adds to the stately look. The width and height are impressive. For example, one spec sheet lists length at 198.9 inches, width 80.6 inches, height 73.6 inches. Standout design cues for the Autobiography include exclusive badging, refined finishes, and extra attention to detail on the exterior trims. From the side profile, you'll notice the long silhouette, especially on the LWB, and from the rear, the signature tail lamp wrap and dual exhaust outlets, depending on engine, signal both luxury and performance. Interior, comfort, and technology. Step inside the Autobiography and you immediately feel the level of luxury. The cabin is rich with materials: premium semi-aniline leather, wood veneers, metal accents, and available leather-free alternatives for sustainable option lovers are available. Seating is supremely comfortable. Front seats are heated, ventilated, with massage options in many cases. Rear seats are also plush, and in the LWB version, you may opt for a 4-seat executive layout or 7-seat depending on configuration. Cargo space in the standard wheelbase version is up to 40.7 cubic feet behind the second row and 83.5 cubic feet with seats folded. In the LWB configuration, you're looking at almost 92.8 cubic feet maximum. Tech-wise, the 2025 model gets a 13.1-inch curved infotainment display running Land Rover's Pivi Pro interface paired with a 13.7-inch digital instrument cluster. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard. For the Autobiography trim, you'll often find the premium Meridian audio system, for example, the 1600-watt Meridian with headrest-mounted speakers and advanced noise cancellation and ambient lighting to create a serene cabin. One real highlight, despite its size and weight, the Range Rover Autobiography manages to isolate the cabin from outside noise and harshness remarkably well. One review sums it up as a joy to drive, luxury to the next level, and it takes comfort to new heights. Performance, drivetrain, and capability. Under the hood of the 2025 Range Rover Autobiography, you have a variety of powertrain options depending on market and configuration. According to Car and Driver, the Range Rover lineup starts with a turbocharged inline-six with a 48-volt mild hybrid system, P400, making around 395 horsepower. Then there's a twin-turbo 4.4-liter V8, P530, delivering 523 horsepower, a plug-in hybrid P550e offering electric-only range, and a top SV V8 with 606 horsepower. Specifically for the Autobiography trim, many markets offer the 4.4-liter V8 P530. For example, one spec sheet lists 523 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. The 0 to 60 mph time for the 523 horsepower V8 is quoted as 4.4 seconds in some spec sheets. Driving the Autobiography, you'll find that ride quality is exceptional. The adaptive air suspension works very well in comfort mode, letting the SUV float over imperfect surfaces while still maintaining composure in dynamic driving. For off-road or serious terrain, Land Rover's terrain response system, configurable modes, and the long wheelbase's all-wheel drive and four-wheel steering options give it surprising capability for a luxury SUV. Towing capacity is also impressive. For the V8 Autobiography, you're looking at up to 8,200 pounds in some cases. Fuel economy is naturally modest given the size and power. For example, one review lists 16 miles per gallon city, 23 miles per gallon highway for the V8 Autobiography. On-road and off-road experience. On the road, the Autobiography delivers a refined, comfortable driving experience. The cabin remains quiet, the suspension filters out the majority of road imperfections, and the steering is composed and predictable. One review noted that although not the smallest vehicle, the all-wheel steering and refined chassis make it the most maneuverable Range Rover ever. When you switch to more dynamic driving, the V8 responds with authority, and the SUV has enough performance to surprise you given its size. However, keep in mind it's still a large vehicle, so while agile by luxury SUV standards, it's not a sports car. Off-road, the Range Rover remains true to its heritage, with features like air suspension with adjustable ride height, a weighting depth of up to 900 millimeters in some spec sheets, terrain response modes, and full-time four-wheel drive. The vehicle can handle serious terrain despite its luxury mission. If you live somewhere where roads are rough or you enjoy the idea of going off-grid, the Autobiography gives you the luxury experience without compromising the go-anywhere DNA of the Range Rover name. Pricing, trims, and positioning. The Autobiography trim is positioned near the top of the Range Rover lineup. According to Car and Driver, the 2025 Range Rover starts at around US $109,725 for the base model and goes up to over $210,825 depending on trim and options. They recommend the mid-range Autobiography model for the blend of luxury and features. Another review lists an MSRP for the Autobiography around US $166,400, with options pushing into the US $174,000 range. Of course, in markets outside the US, like in Bangladesh, pricing will be much higher due to taxes, import duties, and options. Key differentiators of the Autobiography trim include top-tier materials and finishes, advanced audio and technology packages, the availability of LWB versions and executive seating, plus the prestige of the Autobiography badge itself. Strengths and weaknesses. Strengths. Exceptional luxury and refinement. The cabin is one of the best in class for comfort, materials, and isolation. Strong performance combined with off-road capability. Even with luxury surroundings, you still get serious capability. Premium technology and features. Large infotainment, premium audio, and driver assistance across the board. Customization and presence. The Autobiography carries strong brand prestige and presence on the road. Weaknesses. Price and running costs. With high MSRP and modest fuel economy, ownership is expensive. For the V8 Autobiography, fuel economy around 1623 kg miles per gallon in the US market. Size and weight. While maneuverability is improved, the vehicle is still large and heavy, which can impact agility and parking in tight urban environments. Infotainment and controls. Some reviewers cite that accessing certain functions through the touchscreen interface can require multiple tabs, and some physical controls, knobs or buttons, are missing or buried in menus. Potential reliability/issue concerns. While not publicly quantified here, some forum users report early build issues with components in recent models. Should you consider it, and for what use case? If your priorities are commanding road presence, ultra-luxury interior, excellent comfort for driver and passengers, and the ability to venture off the beaten path with confidence, then the Range Rover Autobiography fits extremely well. In Bangladesh, where road conditions vary and luxury SUVs carry strong social prestige, this vehicle could be a statement piece. However, if your driving is primarily city traffic, tight parking, or if fuel economy and low running cost are high priorities, you may want to consider alternatives or one of the more modest powertrain or trim options in the Range Rover family or competitor models. Also, many buyers will factor in the brand cachet of Autobiography. For some, that badge and the exclusivity is a major part of the value. If that matters to you, then the premium upgrade may be justified. Conclusion. All in all, the 2025 Range Rover Autobiography is a benchmark in the luxury SUV segment, blending opulent comfort, strong performance, off-road capability, and technological sophistication under one roof. If you have the budget and place value on the combination of prestige and substance, it stands out strongly. Of course, with that comes commensurate cost and responsibility. But for those willing to go there, this SUV delivers a compelling proposition. If you like this review, be sure to hit thumbs up, subscribe for more luxury car coverage, and ring the bell so you don't miss future videos. Let me know in the comments, what color or configuration would you choose for your autobiography? Would you go V8 or wait for the plug-in hybrid version? Thanks for watching. Until next time.